Oh, hello, Miss Mack here. Welcome to our last video together. Our last one was very high energy and had lots of goofiness sprinkled in. And as promised, today's class is very chill. Today's class is all about relaxation. So get ready for a relaxapalooza. Meet me on the floor, please. You can organize your legs any way you want. This is the most comfortable way for me to sit on the floor. You find the most comfortable way for you to sit. I'll pause. Now that you're good and comfy and cozy, let's just take a couple of people breaths together, in and out through our nose. Take one more of those. You can continue sitting any way you want. We will slowly nod our head yes. Maybe challenge yourself to go very slowly here. It's likely to feel more calming that way. We do this all the time in this series, but the reason is because it's so beneficial and so easy. Let's shake our head no. And try to keep this very slow. And either really focus your eyes and notice all of the things you're passing, or keep your eyes closed to avoid dizziness. One more. Come to the middle. And tilt your head as if you're saying, I don't know. I like to imagine that I am like painting a rainbow with the crown of my head. I notice that that helps me to sit up taller, helps me to reach longer through my neck. Also, it's just a fun idea. Like, what if you could paint rainbows with your head? That would be neat. Stay on one side, it doesn't matter which. And you could just stay. I already noticed my shoulders starting to feel heavier and more chill. Or you could take your hand up and over and your other hand down and away. If you're using this option, be really gentle with the hand that is on your neck. Don't yank, that's not going to feel good. Just it's a very gentle pressure. It's supposed to feel nice. Come to the middle. If you decide at any point that your legs need to be a different way, you have permission to just move them. My legs are still fine like this. If you want to, move to cross-legged or whatever, go for it. Today is all about relaxation and comfort. Let's take our other side. Listen to your shoulder, see what it has to say. You have permission to stay exactly here. This is working for you. If you want to, fingers gently make contact with the side of the head. We reach down and away. And come to the middle. Let's roll our shoulders back a few times. Oh, I noticed that I started so fast, but I want to go slow. A real challenge sometimes. Slowly go forward. Lift your shoulders way up to your ears. Drop them down. One more. Take them up. And down. Stretch your arms out to the side and sit up super tall. Then flip, so one palm is forward and the other palm is backward. Eight more of these. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's press our palms together. Take a nice big breath in. And if it's comfortable, sigh it out. One more big breath in, and then an HA sound out. However your legs are, doesn't matter. One arm will drop, the other arm will come up and over. Or a lateral bend, stretching to the side. We don't want to be like collapsed or curled up. We're very inflated and lengthened. And go the other way, up and over. Let's do each side once more. Up and over. Ooh, this feels really nice today. I must have really needed to stretch my side. Last one. And come upright. I'm going to shift my legs, check the time, super. You do what you need to with your bottom half. When you are arranged in a way that is comfortable for you, pick one wrist and roll it. Really relaxed, really gentle today. Roll the opposite direction. Flip water off your fingers. And then just switch. Roll one wrist. Roll it the other way. Flick some water off of your fingers. Hold hands with yourself. Press your palms away. If you want to, you can tuck your chin. If that doesn't feel good on your neck, you can look forward instead. These are both correct. You can just choose. Rest your hands comfortably in your lap. As we breathe in, let's squeeze our hands into fists. As we breathe out, open them. One more. Let's take Satanama. So Satanama does not translate to anything. It's not words. It's just a series of sounds that some people who were developing yoga in India hundreds of years ago felt that Satanama were like the most pleasant and the most relaxing series of sounds. So it doesn't translate to any words, it's just pleasant and relaxing sounds. So keep that in mind. It's a fun fact. Open your hands, connect your thumb to your first finger, thumb to middle finger, thumb to ring finger, thumb to pinky. I'll hold my hands up so you can see them a bit better. I'm just connecting like this all the way down my hand. Yeah? You can say the sounds out loud if that's comfortable for you, or you can just say them in your head. Here we go. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. 3 more. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Last one. Sa, ta, na, ma. Squeeze your fist. Open your hands. legs are, just take a couple of twists. I think I'm going to do mine really slowly. If you want to do this bouncing thing that we do sometimes, you're welcome to. It feels better for me right now to go slow, so that's what I'm going to choose. Either way, we're just twisting. Looking to one side and then the other. Taking our arms with us for the ride. Whatever speed your twists are, let's do one more cycle of breath. And meet me in the middle. Pop your chest forward, take your eyes up, allow your head to drop back really far. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. One trick to doing that is pulling your elbows far back. Tuck your chin, pull back, backward. And then flow between cat and cow pose. I think we clearly have a theme today with Miss Mack moving so very slowly. I'm going to keep that up. If this is too slow for you and you want to go faster, you have my full permission to do so. I'm really digging this very slow flow. It's working for me. Whatever pace you're using, just one more round. Meet me in the middle. Sitting however you want. There is another way to think of this mudra, this yoga for your hands. People sometimes say peace begins with me when they practice this mudra, and ooh, I love that. That's such a great idea. I also think it's so very calming. So our hands continue the same way we were just using them, but now we've changed the chant. If you're comfortable saying it out loud, you can, or just say it in your head. Either is fine. Here we go. Peace begins with me. 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 3 more. Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. Last one. Peace begins with me. As you breathe in, stretch your arms overhead. As you breathe out, float your arms down. Take 2 more of those. Lift up, up, up. And down. 1 more. Take it up. And down. Pause and just notice how you're feeling at the moment. We didn't move that much, but I feel very stretched, interestingly. And let's take our final moment for this segment of the video. However your legs have been the whole time, stretch them in front of you. And then just roll 1 ankle. I'm not doing anything fancy with the upper body at all. I'm just rolling my ankle. Make sure you go both ways. And then your other foot. Switcheroo. And point and flex 1 foot. Point and flex the other. This looks silly, but I promise it feels great. Just wiggle your legs. My little kids call this popping popcorn. Last thing, take a big breath. Fold forward any amount. come to the 15-minute mark, my pals. Time to pause this video. I will see you again real soon. Oh, hello. I'm so glad you're back. Welcome back to our Relaxapalooza, the final video in our 10 video series for Ogden. How exciting. Today's class is all about chilling. We are going to do a standing series, but there's no power yoga in it. This is strictly chill. So come to standing, ensure that your self-space is super safe. You're not gonna trip on anything. You're not gonna bump into anything or anyone, etc. You know the drill, you're good. Let's sway. Pick up one foot and then the other. Be suspended for a second. So there's a moment where you're totally balanced on one leg and then you just let it go. And my upper body, I'm keeping very stiff. If you want to be more noodly, if that feels better to you, go for it. Let's do like 3 more. And put both feet down. Just bend your knees. Doesn't have to be a full chair pose. Stand up. Do two more of those. Just bend your knees a little. Stand up. One more. A bend, a bend, a bend, a bend. And stand. One hand reaches down. Do you see how crooked I am? I'm very asymmetrical right now. So one of your shoulders can come up and the other is super duper dropped. And then reach up and over. Take your time, take your time. We are not in a hurry today. Eventually landing in the very familiar half moon pose, Arda A. We're going to keep going. So you close it off. So I'm forward folding, but to the side. I'm on my right side. It doesn't matter which side you're on. Just grab one leg. Relax your neck. Relax all the muscles in your face. Cool it. Knees bent. Slowly roll up. I mean slowly. Notice if one side feels different than the other. Y'all are youngins, so maybe not. I know I feel asymmetrical. I feel crooked right now. Let's take our second side. So we stretch up and over. I like to imagine that I'm scooping something and then I'm bringing it with me. The thing that occurred to me is like a giant scoop of ice cream. I'm just hanging here. My arm has permission to totally relax. My neck isn't doing any work. This is kind of funky. We've never done this pose in this series. That's because it's a made-up pose. So you close your shoulder off and see how I'm really all the way on my left side as I come down, 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 down. Bend those knees. Relax your shoulders. And slowly roll up. Oh, I do love forward folds. Lift one arm overhead. I'm going to do my right. You do whichever suits you. And then just pulse a couple of times. So from the side it looks like this. I'm taking it back until I would have to flip it. And then it bounces. Yeah? And go for a swim. This can be pretty small, like I'm doing here. Or it can be a lot more dramatic. And change direction, swim the other way. Next time your arm is overhead, leave it there. Reach it as high as it will go. And drop it. Second side. Stretch it on up. Take a couple of pulses. Where is the spot where you would need to stop? Where you would need to flip your arm over to go any further back, rather. Let us swim. This could be arm only. I really like how it feels to let my chest open and close here. Optional. Change direction, swimmers. Next time your arm is over your head, leave it there. Lift it higher. Breathe in. Drop it, breathe out. If you don't like how it feels balancing on one leg, you can grab onto a piece of furniture if you have any near you. We're going to take dancer pose. So you'll pick up one foot behind you and then grab it. You could be holding onto a desk or a couch or whatever is nearby. I am liking it just like this. If you wanted more work for your arm, you could lift your arm overhead. I'm just going to skip that as I am happy here. Breathe in dancer pose. You can do it. Drop it. Second side. Here we go. You're grabbing onto something, turn around, whatever you need to do. And then, here we go. If you want your opposite arm to be overhead, I like this. One more breath. Drop your foot. Let's go back to these shifts. Choose a side, stay there, roll your ankle. Roll it the other way. Switch it. Change direction. Release. Puff your chest forward, take your elbows back, take your gaze up. So this is just standing, Asana, I guess, standing cobra. And then tuck your chin and roll your shoulders forward. So it's not very dramatic. I'm kind of just standing like this, like a monster or something. So we're just changing basically where our shoulder blades and our chest are. Find a rhythm that works for you. As you breathe in, look up. As you breathe out, look down. And my arms aren't doing anything fancy at all. One more of each. And then let's all meet with our chins tucked like this, shoulders a little bit forward. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me better. You don't have to turn. Yeah, bend your knees, tuck your chin more. So we're going down, down, down to a forward fold, but really taking our time to get there. So here we are in a forward fold, Uttanasana. And I want you to do something that makes this nicer for you. Options include holding the back of your leg so you get a little bit closer. Stretching your arms overhead for a shoulder stretch. Swiping the floor as if you're painting. Try any of those and stick with the one that you enjoy. As you breathe in, come up halfway to monkey pose, Arda Uttanasana. So hands on shin, making a capital L shape with the whole body. Fold forward again, Uttanasana. Let's do that once more. We inhale, come up halfway. We exhale, go all the way down. And then have a seat. Have a seat, take a nice deep breath in and out. Let's do one more of those. We breathe in and out. I ask you to do something a little bit funky called a rotation of consciousness. The first time I tried it, it seemed very strange to me, and now it's something I enjoy immensely and I find just so very relaxing. So you can do sitting any way that is comfortable for you. There's no movement, no stretching. Your only job in a rotation of consciousness is to focus on the body part that I'm saying. That's all. So close your eyes if that works for you. Take a nice deep breath in. And just in your brain, focus on where I'm asking you to focus. Bring your attention to your right thumb, right index finger, right middle finger, right ring finger, right pinky. Focus on your right wrist, right elbow, right shoulder. Focus on your left shoulder, left elbow, left wrist. Focus on your left thumb, left pointer finger, left middle finger, left ring finger, left pinky. Focus internally on all of your fingers. Focus on your palms, backs of your hands, forearms, elbows, upper arms, shoulders. Focus on your neck. Focus on your chin. Take your attention to both cheeks, both ears. Focus on your nose, both eyes, both eyebrows. Focus on your forehead, top of your head, space above your head. As you breathe in, stretch your arms over your head. Breathe out, drop them. One more inhale, lift your hands. Exhale, lower. You've reached another 15-minute mark. Time to pause the video. When we come back, it'll be our very last segment together. Hi, welcome back to our last 15-minute chunk. Last time I saw you, I asked you to try a rotation of consciousness, where we shift our focus to different parts of our body. I did a super short mini version They normally, when that is facilitated, you normally focus on like 65 or 70 different body parts in a row, so it takes kind of a long time. And I've actually fallen asleep during it. I think it's so relaxing. I hope some of you enjoyed it. And thanks for trying. I appreciate that. So we'll finish out with a few more asana, a couple more poses, and then a relaxation. So we will be low flying for this. So make sure you have enough space to move. And let's hop into Malasana, a squat. So this is my preferred version, way down low, like a frog shape. And if this doesn't work for you, and you want to be lifted, you are welcome to take that version instead. I'm going to ask you to hang out in either of these squats for another couple of rounds of breath. It might become challenging. I know you can do it. Let's take one more breath. Let it out. And then everybody safely, gently place your knees on the floor. But we're lifted instead of sitting down on your heels. This is Virasana. Stretch one arm up and over. Stretch your other arm up and over. Come on up. Pick a side and step your foot forward for a half lunge, Arda Anjanae Asana. Put both hands on the inside. If anybody is in jeans, it might be more comfortable to have your back knee off the ground, just like a runner's lunge. I'm going to keep my knee down, but know that this is an option. And then heel toe your front foot to the side. So do you see how my legs are now quite far apart from one another? This is a lizard lunge, and you have so many choices here. You can let your the bottom of your foot come off the floor. If you're feeling, real warmed up, you could come down to your elbows. I enjoy this one a lot, but I don't feel warmed up enough for it, so I'm going to stay here. Take one more breath in your lizard lunge. Heel toe your foot back to the middle. Half lunge, Arda Anjanae Asana. The big toe foot, the hand that is by the big toe is what Miss Mack meant to say. I guess I need more coffee. This one stays, the other one lifts, so you wind up in a twist, a dragonfly twist. Take one more breath here. Bring your foot down, bring your knee back, and then just sit back on your heels. If this doesn't work for you, we're only going to be here for a second, so you could sit cross-legged or any other way. Let's take a couple of rounds of cat and cow in between those lunges. We'll puff our chest forward, take our gaze up, breathe in. Tuck your chin, pull your back, breathe out. You know the drill. One more, nice big inhale. Exhale. Lift higher and just pause here for a second. See if you could be a little bit longer in your torso. Imagine there's like a balloon that you're blowing up between your ribs and your hips. Plunk your other foot forward. Arda Anjanae Asana, half lunge on our second side. You could pick this knee up if you wanted to. Our hand comes down on the inside of the foot. Heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. To a lizard lunge. You see how my toes are out to the side, they are not forward. This feels terrible for my poor hip. Toes out is the way to go here. You have that option to come down into your elbows if this is something that you enjoy. Too much for old Miss Mack right now. Ooh, this feels very good for my left hip. Must have needed a stretch. Come to the middle. Here we have our twist. So this hand is going to stay down, the opposite hand lifts. Dragonfly time. It's always so much more work for this shoulder. Last breath. Hand comes down. Then we hop back to Virasana one more time. If your knees do not like this, or if this just doesn't work, if you're on like a hard school floor or something, it's okay to sit another way. We're going to do a back bend next, Ustrasana. This is our last bit of work, and then we're going to lay down and chillax it all the way home. You will lift. Ustrasana means camel pose. For Ustrasana, you place your hands on your hips, on your low back, really. Take your elbows back, chest forward, and eyes up. Ustrasana, camel pose. Face leads, so look forward first. And then relax. I'm going to be facing sideways probably for the rest of the video, just so you can see me better. We're going to be laying down, so be somewhere where you can comfortably peek at the screen if you need to. I'm going to pause on the ground with my feet on the ground, my knees bent like this, so that you have enough time to situate yourselves comfortably and practically. Meet me here. Here on the ground, have your feet pretty far apart, and then your knees together. So your legs will make a triangle shape. This is called Constructive Rest. And we want it to feel very lazy. If this feels like work to you, then your feet are too far apart. Bring them a little closer. Relax. Here in Constructive Rest. Check out if you could relax something a little bit more. I noticed that I was squeezing my jaw for no particular reason. Try to allow your whole body to be totally relaxed. And just drop your both knees to one side. It doesn't matter which. So they'll look like two check marks, relaxing to one side. This feels uncomfortable to you, and your legs might be too far away, or they might be too close together. It's fine and safe for your knees to be totally touching. It's also fine and safe for your legs to not be touching at all. So play around and find what works for you. My goal is for this to feel very relaxing and satisfying, and like it's not much work or no work at all. Gently drop our legs to the second side. You don't have to do exactly what you did on the first side. My legs are a little bit farther away from one another on the second side, and that's working for me. But a little effort into being extra super comfortable. For just another moment, I have to check the time. last pose, bring your back so that it's all the way back on the floor. Bring one knee in towards your chest. If it's only comfortable to lift your leg like this, it's totally fine. Or maybe it's comfortable and you like it for it to be much higher, that's fine too. Do what works for you. Switcheroo, lift your other leg as high as is comfy for you. And then drop into final rest, Shavasana. Traditionally, Shavasana is on your back with your arms and your legs long, but the point is to just chill. So you could be laying on your back, stomach, or side, spread out long or curled up small. If you can't relax while you're laying down, you could sit too. Take a few long, deep breaths. And enjoy Shavasana, a yoga nap. Good night. Staying just as you are, take a long, deep breath. No need to move yet. Staying as you are, gently move your toes, feet, or ankles in a way that feels nice and does not make noise. Without making noise, gently move your fingers, hands, and wrists in a way that feels nice to you. Choosing to stay calm and focused, bring your knees toward your chest. Make yourself as small and as cozy as is comfortable for you. And then come on up to seated. Really enjoyed my time making videos for your school. I hope you enjoyed them a lot. And more than anything, I hope that you continue practicing yoga. I like taking yoga classes, but even more, I like just doing yoga in my daily life. It brings me a lot of pleasure, and it also really helps with my moods. I love it. I hope you do too. Thank you for yogaing with me. Namaste. Goodbye.